All right, here we go. Welcome everybody. Today we have a donation stream going on. A couple of viewers wanted to see their lists played live, so we're going to stream two leagues today. First league is gonna be with this pile right here. This is mono white almost enchantment prison kind of deck. The only red cards are Blood Moon and our win condition. I will explain how the deck works right now. And then the second deck is going to be an interesting version of Amulet, which we're gonna check out later. We're playing no scouts, and we are on the other hand, we're going in on Wayward Swartooth and Coalition Relic. So it's a little bit different. I see this version a little bit closer to the Bloom list because the early turns are going to kind of be only reserved for like cantripping and stuff, and then we're mostly going to have action on turns 3 and plus. So we'll see how this list plays out. We also have 2 primal commands in the main, which I find interesting. But yeah, all right, so let's start with the Enduring Ideal deck. This is a list suggested by Cameron. Again, Cameron, thank you very much for the support. Basically this deck revolves around resolving the card Enduring Ideal, which I will explain right now how it works. So basically, you search your deck for any enchantment card and you put it into the battlefield, and then it has a very weird ability, which is called Epic, that basically denies you from casting spells, but for the rest of the game, every upkeep, you're gonna get a copy of this, of Enduring Ideal, meaning that you're gonna get a free enchantment from your deck. Now, the combo is Form of the Dragon, which is an interesting one. This card is such a flavor win. So at the beginning of your upkeep, you choose any target and you deal 5 damage to it, and then at the end of each end step, your life total becomes 5, and creatures without flying can't attack you. Basically, you become a dragon. You know, you start spitting fire, so you deal 5 damage to any target. And then at the end of your life, you know, most dragons, just like Shivan Dragon or stuff like that, they are usually 5/5s. So at the end of the turn, you know, your damage would go out. What's up, Cejas and Riker? Your damage would like get healed, right? Because you're a dragon. So that's kind of sweet. Form of the Dragon combos very nicely with Fire Action and Life. So even if you go down to 5, you're going to be, you know, protected by Unlife, because, you know, even if they deal you like 5+ life, you still don't die. And then at the end of every turn, you get back to 5. So you can go to like -7 and not get any poison, and then at the end of your turn you go back up to 5. It doesn't matter if you go to a negative life total. Speaking of combos, you also have the one of Solemnity, which it's basically a you cannot die combo, because Unlife means that, you know, when you go lower than 0, you're gonna get poison. You're gonna only die to poison, and Solemnity means that it says that players can't get counters. So basically, you cannot get poison counters, aka you cannot die. So you get your infinite. I guess it's not infinite. It's just like a cannot die combo, which a lot of people tried as soon as this card was legal. I remember. It never worked out. We got a bunch of Rune Halos, Lotus Bloom. Again, the most important card is to cast Enduring Ideal. We got Lotus Blooms, and then everything else is just ways to survive and prolong the game. Ghostly Prison, it's pretty great against Dredge and stuff like that because they can't attack you. You got a One-Off Wrath with a Day of Judgment in the sideboard. This is, I think, the only non-sorcery, non-enchantment besides Enduring Ideal and Lotus Bloom. Everything else is an enchantment. We got a couple of moons and Dovescape. This is the other part of the lock, I would say. So whenever any player casts a non-creature spell, you counter it, and then that player puts that 1/1 flyers into play, where X is the spell's converted mana cost. So this means that once you get this and this in play, basically they cannot do anything, right? They cannot get rid of the enchantments, and you only need to deal with the 1/1s. And at that point, you probably have like multiple ghostly prisons or like Sphere of Safety, which is like a even bigger ghostly prison going on. So that is the idea. We have the One of Oblivion ring, with more rings in the sideboard. This is a list that I just copied from somebody who did well with it at GPLA. I can't remember the actual numbers, but I think they actually went like X and 3 or something, which is very impressive because this deck seems terrible to me. Let me get this out of the way. I think this deck is very bad. I don't like this deck at all. It's a strong metagame call in terms of like Ghostly Prison and like Sphere of Safety. These kind of cards are very good against Phoenix and Dredge, but besides that, the deck sounds very, very bad. Also, Phoenix in particular has no way of getting rid of enchantments. I guess Set Adrift is the only thing that they can do, so it's also pretty good against that aspect, in the sideboard we have a Boseiju to like make sure the Enduring Idea resolves against control, although I don't know how effective this will be, because it comes into play tapped and then your opponent can field it, so I don't even think this is worth a slot, but whatever. We'll see. Again, I didn't change. I have no idea about this deck, so I didn't change a single card. This is card for card, the list that did well at the GP. Then we got Silences against combo. Graded Aromancy, which is a card I was surprised not to see in the main deck, though it makes sense because not a lot of decks can answer enchantments to begin with. Greater Aromancy to protect against decks like, I don't know, BGX or like blue-white, decks that can actually interact with your board with Greater Aromancy, especially if you get 2 of these in play. Now they cannot interact anymore. The only way to interact at that point would be exactly Engineered Explosives or something like Back to Nature, which is just not a played card. And then a couple of Stonies and Rest in Peace. The only good enchantments in this list. So we'll see how it goes. I played a practice league with it, and it might be due to my inexperience, of course, but it was very bad. Like I thought that I was supposed to be like extremely favored against Dredge, as in like 80%, and I lost anyway just because Dredge is too fast. It is simply too fast. So we'll see how it goes. And the other thing I didn't particularly like about the deck is it's just not my kind of Magic at all. It's a little bit on the boring side. So we'll see if we can make some cool stuff happen. I think I keep this, right? Hopefully we're playing against Burn, and this combo is just game over. That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. I think this is one of this deck's absolute worst matchups, if I'm not mistaken. Like, nothing that we do really matters against Tron. It's gonna be a natural Tron draw, or... Also Oblivion Stone. Like, how can we ever beat Oblivion Stone? I have no idea. No idea how we ever beat Oblivion Stone. Definitely bottoming that land. I think on 3 I'm gonna play Unlife. Yeah. I mean, Oblivion Stone is just a good card, honestly. We also have no way of preventing something like Oblivion Stone. I imagine they just let this resolve and then they do the thing and end step. The one that they draw 3 and discard 1 artifact. Yeah, Thirst for Knowledge. Nah, I don't think we're gonna have a chance. Basically, if they are playing Oblivion Stone in their deck, I can't really win. Also, they have counter spells, which seem... Oh, maybe this is Ugin? Yeah, like, I cannot beat this card. I literally cannot beat this card. Literally cannot beat it. Yep, I just gonna see them move. This is gonna be a quick league. Because I feel like this deck has extremely polarizing matchups. Stony seems like a card that we need to have. Wrath out, we can probably take out Sphere of Safety and some number of Ghostly Prisons. Gotta make sure I take the correct ones. These are the ones that I like, these are the ones that I don't like. Okay. Couple of Ghostly Prisons. Like, even Runed Halo, what's Runed Halo gonna name? Like Thought-Knot Seer or something? Blood Moon seems blah. I doubt they have any answer for my enchantments besides O-Stone, so Stony Silence seems like... Maybe Silence is going to help me force my game plan through. Yeah, I actually kind of like the Silences. I wonder what land we take out here. I mean, we're going to be playing the Blood Moon, so maybe I want to take out the Nykthos. What's up, Bracer? Unlife, Solemnity. Let's take out one Runed Halo. I'm just playing it by ear, of course, as you can probably notice. Let's take out a couple of ley lines. Yeah, clearly this deck is not meant to target Blue Tron. I guess so. Sided out Leyline, still have Leyline in the opener. Such a pro. Oh yeah, Doug, we're gonna go late. We're gonna play this league, and then we're going to play Amulet with a donation list. I think I'm slamming the damn sphere onto... Yeah, definitely. I don't want to get got by something stupid like Condescend next turn or whatever. This is the first match, yeah. Expedition map. My opponent's gonna have access to Tron, which is not gonna do anything. I'm interested. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in like making sure that I draw action. Then I'm gonna play Boseiju next turn. There's the O-Stone. Can we find Stony? Can we find Stony in time? I imagine they get like Field of Ruin for Boseiju or something. Academy, okay. Okay, so we're gonna get to hit their land drops, which is just keep drawing lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, maybe we just make it all, just naturally make it all the way to 7 though. And at that point, yeah, but then they're going to Ugin us. There's no need for me to run this into that Oblivion Stone, so just gonna hang tight. Just hanging tight. Interesting that they didn't like attempt to destroy my Boseiju. Okay. Oh, this is Mindslaver. Right? They have Karn in Mono Blue Tron. I really did not expect to see this. Usually Mono Blue doesn't play Karn. I mean, at this point we're dead, right? Yeah, I have no idea how this person did so well with this deck. Let's see. I'm interested to. I am interested to find out this. To be fair, like what we just saw has been my experience with the deck. I went 2-3 in a league. I lost to black green. I lost to blue white, and I lost against Dredge, and then I beat Ad Nauseam. Just because Ad Nauseam is bad. That's why I beat Ad Nauseam, because my opponent spoiled for like something, and they exiled both of their win conditions when they spoiled, and then conceded. I'm like, sure. Ad Nauseam is a weird deck. And then I beat like a red white prison style kind of deck with like blood moons and a bunch of, so basically a worse deck than this. It wasn't great. KJM31422, welcome to the Primetime Stronghold. Thank you very much for that subscription. Thanks for the support. Send me a private message either here on Twitch or on Discord, whatever, if you want access to the Amulet sideboard guide. I literally don't have a white source with this hand. Oh my god, this deck is something. Not Punish, thank you very much for that Twitch Prime subscription. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold, thanks for the support. I think I keep this because I have a Lotus Bloom. Man, this deck is freaking weird, man. Opponent mulls to 5. Let's see if we can beat a mull to 5. I guess maybe so far we can trick my opponent into thinking that we're playing Outnos. Is this Phoenix? Are we gonna have a shot? It might still be Phoenix. G Darwin 29, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. They bottom topped. Oh my god, this deck is a pile of trash. Just look at this mana base right here. Look at the Blood Moon deck. Oh my god. Oops. We can't even Ghostly Prison on 3. Alright, give me a basic planes. Give me a basic planes. Map 25, thank you for the follow. Alright, at least we got that. This is going to slow my opponent down quite a bit here. Then I'm gonna see what I do next. What's gonna be... I mean, this feels like the matchup that I should win. Okay, so we can simply Wrath here, I guess. Cause it feels like it's kind of important to kill that guy. Porphyry notes. Oh yeah, we can actually Wrath. I forgot that rigged prairie. That's exactly that. All right, sweet, that worked out. So here I'm mostly interested in stopping my opponent's Pyromancer's Ascensions. Just gotta stop some Ascensions and we should be good. Thought Scour me. You got it. Phoenix comes back. Can't attack. Do I cast this? Seems kind of risky to cast this. My opponent could double bolt me. Guess I'm gonna play out Porphyry Nodes. That means I'm gonna take 3. That's fine though. Gonna get to attack me with 1 Phoenix. Opponent goes a digging. Man, this deck is something else, really. Sure, I guess no attacks. Let's charge this up. Alright, Thing in the Ice dies. I think we just pass. What is going on with this deck? Yeah. I really don't understand how people win with this. We'll see though. I mean, we're kind of doing it right now, right? We're kind of doing it right now. T Prado, thank you for the follow. Whoa, man. Oh, this one's risky. I can Enduring Ideal, but if I do, I can't find Form of the Dragon. So I think this is so awkward, man. I think I'm gonna need to naturally draw a Phyrexian Unlife or something. And so then I'm going to be able to cast Form of the Dragon and not die to random lightning bolts. Because that's my fear right here. Like I do play Form of the Dragon and then I die to double bolt. Okay, we're definitely going to O-ring that thing. This is literally the only target that this O-ring was waiting for. Why is my opponent trying to like go after my stuff? That makes no sense to me. Okay. Oh, I guess Rune Halo for Lightning Bolt would also do it. Is there last card in... Oh, no, they drew another one. Echoing Truth, the Ghostly Prison. Okay. And Echoing Truth, the other guy? Sure. Put a storage counter. Put a storage counter. Alright. We're still fine here. Main deck Echoing Truth is very interesting. So we definitely want to O-ring this. And I think I might as well suspend this. We're definitely O-ringing that. Get out of here. And we are recasting this Ghostly Prison. And at this point, my opponent only has a single card in hand. I am probably going to jam this form of the dragon like there's no tomorrow. No, I guess I can't anymore. I need to draw... Well, I guess they're gonna deck themselves before I deck myself, right? So... Well, can I do everything here? So this is gonna be 1, 2 activate. So this is gonna be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I need 14 mana. Damn it. I think I need to cast Enduring Ideal here. I think I need to cast Enduring Ideal, and I need to find the one that makes them pay. I guess Fire Action and Life is gonna be the first one. Oh, I can hardcast a Blood Moon to make it so my opponent needs to pay even more. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna do white, red. All this mana that I've been making here, worthless now. I think I'm just gonna deck my opponent, right? Oh, I'm so dumb. I should have tapped all the mana first. Now I can't Enduring Ideal. Whoopsie. Well, I just lost the one game. Good for me. Yep. Alright. Rest in peace. O-ring. That was kind of embarrassing. I apologize for that. Form of the Dragon seems very sketchy. Porphyry Notes also sounds very bad. Yeah, that was really sad. I should have like floated the mana first, then play the Blood Moon. I'm thinking, yeah, I have all of this mana, and then I'm like, oh right, Blood Moon means that I don't have that mana anymore. Stupid deck. Stupid Blood Moon. You see, Blood Moon wrecks me even when I'm the one casting it. This card is just cursed for me. This card is simply cursed for me. I guess I do want the Day of Judgment here. Unlife sounds pretty good. I lost, Darwin. Acabo de perder un juego que debería haber ganado. I don't think I'm gonna actually bring in Damping Spheres. Porphyry Note sounds a little bit too slow too. This is the card that I should have gotten with the Enduring Ideal there, for people wondering. Sí, hice un miss-sequence. Tendría que haber flotado todo el maná primero y después jugado el Blood Moon, pero jugué el Blood Moon primero y después quise flotar el maná y no pude. Bastante mal. Should I bring this in? I don't think I do, right? Maybe the one-off is better than all of these alternatives. I guess Form of the Dragon could be better than the other one. Never mind. Yeah, they only have like Echoing Truth or something like that. Set Adrift. Look at these hands. Isn't this deck something else? Isn't this deck something else? The good thing is that if we do draw lands, we kind of win with this, so I think I'm gonna keep it. Like, all of this, each one of these 3-mana enchantments is actually very good against my opponent's deck. But yeah, we're just gonna draw a 7-drop instead. Yep. Los munos del bludos non gudos. I could not have said that better, Lukatog. I could not have said that better. Yeah, missing that land drop is probably going to cost us this game too. Damn, I'm so tilted that I lost that game. I should have never lost that game. I should have never lost that game. That's ugh. Ugh, damn it. I think I discard form of the dragon here. Yep, this Crackling Drake's gonna beat me down. Alright, there's a land. Just need one more. Just need one more. I just don't think this is a modern playable card. I do think that there's there's a very large lack of answers for enchantments. So I do think that Ghostly Prison is actually in a good spot. But this is just kind of too much. Which one of the Titans videos with the Wicked Serum Vision changes and all great stuff. Somehow I cannot see the entire title today on my phone. Would you tell me the name of the deck you're gonna play? Oh, yeah, so we're playing Enduring Ideal right now, which is a deck based around this card. The deck has been nothing short of terrible for me. I played another league before this one and it was also pretty bad. But yeah, this is a donation deck. And afterwards we're going to be playing this deck right here. We're going to be playing this version of Amulet. There are some things that I don't agree with this version. I'm going to go, I mean, we're probably going to finish this league pretty quickly. I'm still going to play all 5 matches, even if we go like 0-3. I'm still going to play all 5 matches just because this is a donation league, you know, so I want to make sure that whoever donated doesn't, you know, they get their full money's worth. This is something that I'll do with every donation list, but yeah. We'll talk about the other Amulet version when the time comes. Alright, land? Nope. You're 6 turns too late, my friend. Well, the good thing is that if they flip the thing in the eyes, then they are not attacking me with Drake. Another Drake. Land, please. Pretty please. I'm gonna draw a tap land. I know it. Okay, that's something. So Ghostly does something. I think I'm going to Ghostly first. If my opponent has EOT Bolt, then untap, bolt me again, I will die. I guess if they go like Bolt, Echoing Truth, I also die. But I die to Bolt, Echoing Truth anyway. Look, I think I'm gonna lead on Ghostly Prison first. And then I'm gonna play Unlife next turn. Spell Pierce. Brutal. That is brutal. I'm probably dead here. Yep, swinging for 14. Okay. Finding our third land on turn 7 will do that to you. You might die. You might die. Solemnity, neuter future TDs or make them flip immediately. I think they become like a 0-4 defender. Because you can't take their last counter. So they simply come in as a 0-4 with no counters on it. So you never get to take out the last counter, so you never get to flip. You never get the flip trigger. Okay, let's tighten up a little bit. Let's tighten up a little bit. Do we keep this? I feel like this hand is a keep against most decks. Alright. Here we go. Okay, take out the Ghostly Prison. We immediately draw Ghostly Prison, of course. That's just the moto way. Simply the moto way. Alright. Take the other Ghostly Prison. Let's draw another one. Ah, never lucky. This kind of looks like the black-white, probably black-white D&T deck, Eldracian Taxes. With this mana base, I'm going to suspect. I'm actually going to discard this. We might need the land. What a pro. What a pro. We're kind of in like O-ring or bust territory, because this Liliana ultimate is going to kill us. This guy doesn't do much, right? Yeah, this guy doesn't do anything. Cubs fan 134, thank you for that follow. I guess that's the way to stop Liliana. You turn to me for entertainment, Cubs fan? Damn, that's a lot of responsibility right there. It's a lot of responsibility. What's my opponent doing? Okay. Another card that doesn't do anything. All right. Sure. I guess if you draw like this, I can see why people want to play this deck. I imagine I want Greater Auramancy here. Definitely O-Ring, and that's pretty much it. Of course this deck has Blood Moon. It already lost me a match. It already lost me a game. Even when I'm the one casting the Blood Moon, it still loses me the game. Which is hilarious. Ruined Halo, I think I'm going to keep, mostly because of Liliana. I expect my opponent to have multiple answers to stuff like Leyline or whatever. So I'm going to keep Ruined Halos in because of Liliana. Porphyry Nodes sounds terrible. My opponent's playing a tokens deck. Or a deck that makes tokens. I don't know if it's exactly a tokens deck. Ghostly Prison sounds very good against tokens, so we're gonna keep that one in. Phyrexian Life sounds good too. Maybe the Ovescape? Need to take out 2 cards. Yeah, something like Nahiri is actually pretty damn good against this deck. Nahiri kind of wins the game by itself. But Sorin is a deck that a planeswalker that interacts with creatures, and all of the walkers that interact with creatures are not particularly good against us. Okay, so what do we do here? Maybe -1 Halo. Maybe -2 Halos, actually. Because Blood Moon seems pretty good against my opponent's deck. We got good mana, we got reasonable cards. Do we keep this or do we move for Leyline? I just don't think moving for Leyline is something we're in the market for. Yeah, card's a ton of fun. Actually, maybe I should have led on Nykthos. No, there's no way, because I can run Halo on too. Tide Hollow Scholar. You take the Rune Halo, which I find kind of perplexing. Oh, they have Liliana on 3? Oh, Fulminator Mage. Shit. It's pretty good. That one's pretty good. This is why I don't like this deck at all. It's just... there's no decisions. Every turn I'm just like, yep, play my land, do this. Land? Nope. 7 drop instead. Fulminator was pretty good, not gonna lie. Not going to lie. Okay, so I'm not going to play around Smallpox anymore. It feels like we're going to lose this one. Yep, we're definitely losing this one. I guess my outs is that my opponent's Bob kills them. No, they're not gonna kill them. Now they have access to Lily Ultimate. Don't like my chances. Sacrifice this one. Oh, I'm just Dobbs. I enjoyed the show so much. How's it going? Go, big guy. Hola, ¿qué tal? We're just getting wrecked with this pile. Do I want to play Periphery Notes now that my opponent... I think I might be interested in that. Now that my opponent showed me Bob and what's his name, Periphery Notes becomes much more interesting. Take out 1 Unlife and 1 Form of the Dragon. Uh, okay. Bottom that. This hand is very good against discard spells. So yeah. Choose wisely. I imagine they're gonna get the Aromancy here. No? Okay. I'm already getting ready to draw a million lands and die. Yep. Dewivsky. Solemnity? Sure. I guess this blanks explosives. I hadn't thought about that. That's kind of sweet. I guess that Solemnity is your answer to engineered explosives. Liliana. I think I discard the basic planes. Lotus Bloom? Yeah, I'm gonna suspend Bloom. Alright, let's draw, I don't know, stuff, things. White Leyline would be pretty sweet. Blood Moon would be hilariously good too. Maybe it's just too late for Blood Moon actually. Yeah, that's Fulminator. Definitely too late for Blood Moon. Also too late for Leyline. So now I want to draw a Ghostly Prison or like O-Ring. O-Ring would be nice. So we can stop Liliana. Ghostly Prison is fine, but we're gonna need like either O-Ring or Ruined Halo. Does it too. We have access to 2 Ruined Halos. Liliana is pretty damn good, yeah. Liliana is pretty good against most decks, to be fair. Liliana is pretty good against most decks. If we draw Enduring Ideal off the top, we win, though. Maybe my opponent ults. Yeah, that seems like sketchy sequencing, but whatever. Well, I'm going to discard, sacrifice that one. Because if we draw Enduring Ideal, we kind of win. If we draw Wrath, we also win. You're late, bro. You're late. I think I'm going to still play it to stop my opponent's clock from a 2-turn clock to a 3-turn clock now. And because... well, I guess it doesn't slow their clock. It's still a 2-turn clock. I forgot about the Mutable. Alright, give it to me, baby. Enduring Ideal off the top. Enduring Ideal off the top. Wrath off the top. Got there, boys. Alright. Alright. No prize for us, but we'll keep suffering. If we drew it that turn, we could have gotten this guy, and then our opponent cannot attack us anymore. So Endure an Ideal wins the game for us. I guess naturally drawing Form of the Dragon also wins the game. So yeah, Form would have been nice there. Wrath would have given us the game. Unlife would have given us 2 more turns. Prison would have given us 1 more turn. Yeah, 1 more turn. This does nothing. This would have given us, I guess, 1 more turn too. 1 more turn as well. Sphere of Safety would have been the same as a Ghostly Prison. Yeah, but they can't... if you read Form of the Dragon, our life total becomes 5. So if they swing for... They only had 1 vamp in play, right? So it swings for 2, and then we go back to 5. End of turn. And then we kill something, and then they go back down to 5. You know, so the vamps were not going to kill us. It's a weird card. It's a very weird card. But yeah, this deck is great. If you want to boost your opponent's ELOs, this deck is great. Alright, Leyline. Please let this be burn or something. It is burn! Yes! 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 Holy crap. Are we gonna win 1 game? Are we gonna win one match? Maybe? My burn opponent moves to 5? We show them Form of the Dragon, sure. I guess we're gonna be able to cast them. To cast that sooner or later. Well, hopefully this Leyline is like a 3-for-1 or something. Not punished, never feel sad about donating money. I'm very happy about you donating money and playing your terrible deck. This is a sick numbo, by the way. Sick numbo. Such bad deck building right here. Ooh, we're drawing Blood Moon. Well, so Form of the Dragon should be the lock, right? I have Leyline, so my opponent can't burn me out. My opponent cannot attack me. I just willingly took 9 damage. 5, yeah. Form of the Dragon. Is my opponent live for price? My opponent is 1 and 2. I'm gonna tell them that I'm going to concede to them. Okay. Greater Auramancy sounds pretty good against Destructive Revelry and whatnot. Oblivion Ring. I guess it kills Eidolon. Eidolon is kind of a pain. Blood Moon's out. And what else? Porphyry Notes? I feel like Porphyry Notes stops Eidolon though. Do I want Wrath? to kill Eidolons with... I feel like I want Wrath to kill Eidolon without taking damage. Seems better than Periphery Notes. Periphery Notes sounds awful. Maybe I'm wrong? Silence doesn't sound particularly good, right? Because they can just like unload their hand in response. Silence, I imagine, is mostly for like combo decks and stuff. Is there any budget Amulet Titan deck that isn't really possible? What do you mean, Jarsec? What do you mean by that isn't really possible? I know that Davius Minimus was... Are you in the Amulet Discord, Jarsec? If you are not on the Amulet Discord, you can join. And you want to ask Davius Minimus. Davius used to Auramancy plus Unlife. Yeah, I'm interested in this hand. Davius was messing around with a budget Amulet list for a while. I don't know where he left that at. I don't know if he just like gave up on it or whatever, but he had been messing around with it for a while. Oops. Okay, the combo. Skewer the Critics. It's a pretty good card. Lotus Bloom, Auramancy. Can I make it to turn 4, to turn 3? Or is my opponent going to kill me on turn 3 on the play? Because if I can play this on live, that gives me a fair amount of time, and if I play the Auramancy after that, then that's even better. Any burn spell kills me if I don't play the Unlife here, so I'm going to play that now. That one's also interesting. I think Unlife is gonna be more important. It used to have a budget channel, but now I don't see it anymore. Yeah, you can just tag Davius and ask him. He'll tell you. Uh-oh. So I guess we play Ghostly Prison here. What is this? A land. We're probably gonna bottom this one. We want to find... Solemnity or Form of the Dragon, or I guess what's his name also does it. The namesake of the deck, Enduring Ideal, also does it. Hi Genius, you're looking for this. Yeah, Jarsek, you never need to apologize about broken English. English is not my first language either, so... Gonna get 3 poison. Okay, so P is gonna pay 2 to attack. Okay. Cast Lotus Bloom. Not Lotus Bloom, no thank you. Huh. 6. I guess we can play Dovescape. It seems pretty good. I can't combo anymore, but my opponent can't burn me out. So yeah, I think I'm just going to hard cast a Dovescape. This is hilarious. So now my opponent cannot burn me out anymore. And I'm going to get 5 of these guys next turn. Then I'm going to get 2 more. This, I'm kind of enjoying this one. This game is kind of hilarious. And my opponent will need to be like paying 2 whenever they want to attack. Eidolon. All right, birds. This card is kind of interesting. This card is pretty hilarious. Also, they take 2, which is cool. You want to attack? Bring it on. No attacks. Let's say I swing with the little birdies. And I can make up to 5 counters, but my opponent can only attack with... Yeah, I think I'm gonna swing first. And then I'm going to make 5 more of these guys. Alright. My opponent can only attack with 1 of these at a time, so... Now I'm going to have bird superiority. Alright, take 2 from the Eidolon. Take 2 from the Eidolon. Up to 9 poison. Three Azusa, since she's already says she never plays with Coalition Relic, maybe. Yeah, Coalition Relic is one that helps a lot. I feel like you need at least 1 or 2 Azusas. I'm going to attack with 2 birds here. And start to clock my opponent. And if I manage to try to trade with this Eidolon, then that's kind of game over. Maybe I shouldn't be attacking with the birds anymore. Yeah, my opponent can only play so many spells. I disagree. I think Gemstone is extremely important. Gemstone is the best land in the deck. But if you're playing in paper, it's like only $10, I think. So it's not that terrible. This is kind of great that we drew a 7-drop here, so now we can attack freely. But yeah, Gemstone, I think Gemstone is very, very necessary. If you want, you can play you can play Aether Hubs and stuff, but it's significantly worse. Significantly worse. $500. Well, with $500, you can kind of build basically the whole deck. So with $500, you should definitely be in a good spot. Yeah. Okay, so we got them. Here we got them, but I'm just going to concede. because my opponent is life for price and I am not. So, but yeah, but we get them. We just swing for lethal and get them. All right, we won one. We won one. Oh, damn it! All right, Okay, we 2-0'd burn. I don't want to play against burn again. Okay, seems like the burn matchup is very good for us. Let's put it that way. The burn matchup is actually quite good for us. So we are 1-3. Huh? Huh? The whole deck's 700, 800 in my country, and I felt like I'm still missing some important cards. Yeah, so there's been price spikes. Honestly, I have an app here that tells me like all the prices for the cards. So let's check Amulet, for example. Amulet is $30? Damn! Well, that's like 120 right there. Holy crap. Well, prime time is always cheap. Yeah, prime time is $10. Summoners Pact. That's another like between $8. The cheapest ones are like 8. Azusa is 38. $38. Is Gemstone that expensive, really? Damn, yeah, Gemstone are like $16. Holy crap, yeah. I haven't really followed the prices of these cards in a long time because I just had the deck forever, so. But if you wanted to build a budget version, then all right, we can talk about later. Is this a kip or a mule? This seems like a mulligan to me. Yeah, I think you must have one explosives at least. You can play Sakama instead of the other one, which I think it's worse, but you know it does kind of the same thing. You can not play Ballista, although I don't think Ballista is that expensive. You need at least 3 Asusas. And if you're playing 3 Asusas, the ones that you don't play I would replace with Coalition Relics. You definitely need the 4 Amulets. You want the Steerings. You probably want all the Pacts and all the Titans, of course. Ballista is $10. Yeah, I mean, we could go over it. Fortunately, the mana base, besides the Cavern and I guess the Gemstone Mine, all the other cards in the deck are like dirt cheap. Like they are just like commons. All these are commons. Well, the 4 Gemstones, of course. GQ, Crossroads, all of these are all commons. Oh, I guess Tolaria West spiked too, right? Tolaria West. It's $18. That's ridiculous to me. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, what do we do about? I'm going to mulligan. This one looks slightly better, though still very bad. We need lands with this hand, so we're gonna try to get lands. Not a land. Go to the bottom. Is this BG? If this is BG, then we're. I don't know what I'm going to play this Halo in, so I don't want to play it out yet. Cejas, you should definitely invest in some Tolaria Wests then, because usually the price are, you know, they come a little bit later. They spike a little bit later. That seems like a pretty good investment if... Ha! Got him! Is my opponent playing Jund? The Whiffsky. Should I risk it and play this on... No, I'm not going to. I'll just wait. Like having mulligan against the discard deck, I don't think I can afford to do this kind of thing. If my opponent, that's a Tarmo. That's fine because we have Ghostly Prison, so I'm gonna play Ghostly Prison here. I don't think I need to play a Rune Halo on Tarmogoyf. Now that we have the second Halo, I'll do it. But yeah. Okay, so my opponent is just playing good old Jund, but with a mountain for whatever reason. Form of the Dragon discard? Yeah, Form of the Dragon discarded. Scusi. Nice. This allows me to play Leyline, and now Liliana is not trouble anymore. I'm going to expect my opponent to be playing some amount of Assassin's Trophy and stuff. So I'm definitely going to play one of these Rune Halos is going to be naming Liliana of the Veil. But I got time before that becomes relevant. Okay, so I'm gonna do. I guess I'll need to shock here. White. Naming Tarmogoyf. And here I am way more scared of Liliana than I am of this Tarmogoyf, so I'm going to play Rune Halo, naming Liliana of the Veil. You're fine, Sweatpants. Don't worry about posting stuff. Yeah, you don't need to play. You don't need to play Canopy at all. You don't need to play. I mean, you would very much prefer to be playing Cavern. I think Cavern is a very important land for the deck. But if budget is your concern, the good thing about Amulet is that the non-optimal versions of the deck are still fairly competitive. So as long as you have the core parts, the core cards, so that would be you need this, you need all of this, you need this, and you need at least 3 of this and this. As long as you have these, these cards, I guess you kind of want 1 explosives if you don't have access to the second one. The first one is very important, but you can probably still kind of figure it out without explosives. So yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting, but it is definitely doable. And as you play more and you are learning more about the deck, and hopefully you do well, and maybe you do make some money, then you can start to get the most expensive cards. And I would say that of the most expensive cards, the most relevant are going to be, well, the 4 gemstone mines are, in my experience, in my opinion, you definitely want the full 4 gemstones. If you can't get them for budget concerns, we can probably replace them with some number of crumbling vestiges and Aether hubs, but you definitely want to have access to the gemstone mines. And so that would be, for me, that would be priority number 1. Oh, that's bad. That's very, very bad. I'm convinced that's a one-off Maelstrom Pulse that my opponent had over there, which is kind of a beating. Alright. Storage counter. Also, my opponent not. Ugh. Know that I could be Mistveil Plainingsing Mistveil Plainingsing my enchantments back on top, but it's just isn't not gonna be quick enough for this Goyf. The Goyf is gonna kill me before that. I'm not going to like make the Goyf tiny enough so I don't die, so I'm not even worrying about that. Okay. Our Pillow Fort deck died once again. Definitely want Aramancies. Definitely want these two. Maybe I want Rip. I don't think I want Rip though. This card seems better. Blood Moon seems nice. Leyline seems excellent. Seems like it's the most entertaining deck. It's the most entertaining deck. I don't consider Amulet to be a combo deck, but some people do. Some people do. I think it's a very common misconception though, that Amulet is a combo deck. So I don't fault you for thinking that it is. You can build it to be a combo deck. You can definitely build Amulet to be a combo deck, but I don't think it is. In its original version, it's a toolbox deck. This hand is quite interesting. I think I'm going to keep. We got mana, we got some scries, which is some nice value. Definitely want lands with this hand though. And Greater Auramancy seems one of our best cards in the matchup, so that's also cool. The thing is, I'm actually kind of afraid of Dark Confidant. That's why I decided to keep the nodes over the Rip. I'm more afraid of Bob. I want more answers to Bob than I want answers to Tarmogoyf. Because I have like access to Ghostly Prison and stuff like that, so I don't really care about Goyfs that much. I know that we just died to a Goyf. I know that, but still. I think I put this on top because if my opponent doesn't destroy my Lotus Bloom on my upkeep, I kind of win the game. Opponent fetching basics for no reason. Sketchy. Sketchy. Fulminator. Okay. Very happy I kept that basic then. And I'm just going to force my opponent to destroy this Lotus Bloom. Like, if they have a way to answer it, that's fine. But I'm not going to, you know, crack it for them. Just so I can play out this Solemnity for no reason. Singlish cards, and it feels so bad to explain everything when I want to US and play there. Yeah, I am usually a big fan of foreign cards. Unfortunately, I don't own many of them. I do own like a couple of Spanish cards and like a couple of like Japanese and stuff like that. But most of my cards are in English. Very boring. I do agree though. I do agree though that having access to, they take the nodes. Okay. I do agree that, you know, having access to, sure, sweet, that's kind of great for me. Having access to something like to the cards in a foreign language can be a little bit of a pain in the ass. I'm definitely going to agree with that, because a lot of particularly with the cards on Amulet, they are cards that are pretty specific to the deck. So you kind of get wrecked sometimes with your opponents, needing to show, no, but trust me, you're dead. You're dead because of this, and you need to like get a judge and stuff like that. It's kind of a pain in the ass. This is worse against collective brutality now that I'm realizing this. Bloodbraid into Maelstrom Pulse. Sweet. Good for them. Good for them. Yeah, unfortunately, I just can't get there. I need my lands. Sweatpants. What is card market? Is that like a very big, like a very big company or something that sells cards? Yeah, because I think that either TCG or Star City, those would be similar. Yeah, we are getting Lily ulted here. I think it's pretty safe to concede. Alright, so the deck was basically as bad as I thought it was going to be. This kind of strategy is just... whoops. This kind of strategy is extremely, like... It's funny, but it feels like it's a different, weird kind of linear deck, if that makes sense. Because you're kind of doing the same thing as Tron, right? Except instead of playing a Karn, when you get there, you play enchantments. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure that I make numerous mistakes. I'm pretty sure that I don't know. It's just like this kind of deck is not particularly good. I would think that if you expect a metagame that's like 80% like Phoenix, Burn, and Dredge, then this deck is kind of like, okay, sure, yeah, this is a very good metagame call and stuff, but you would be ignoring like more than half of the meta. It's interesting, but still, thanks Cameron for the donation. It was weird. It's cool when I get to play non-amulet decks, because I get to experiment like other parts of modern. But yeah, this one was not my favorite. Like, for example, lately I've been playing quite a bit of blue white. I have no idea why. I just started trying out some blue white control decks, and I've been having a lot of fun with this. This is more my style of deck. I also tried a black green rock a couple of times, and I didn't. I did a lot of losing, but with blue white I've been doing pretty well, so that's cool. All right, let's look at their second donation of the second donation list in the day. Primeval Titan, yeah, I mean it's one of those things. I did expect the deck to be very bad. When I saw it, I talked to Cameron, to the person who donated to see the deck. I'm like, I think this deck is very bad. Are you okay with it? He's like, yeah, I just wanted to, just wanted to have fun. I'm like, sure, that's fine. It's all good. It's all good. We can play bad decks from time to time. I'm always open to that. Okay. Renance Cantero. Renan Cantero, is that it? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Gearhawk over Tragic Arrogance in blue white. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This is a list that somebody was playing. It's a player that I like a lot. Gul Ducat is his name, and he streams from time to time. And he's been streaming this list, which I thought was very cool, with Thirst for Knowledge, so you can get like card advantage from your relics, which I thought was a very cool idea, especially because it plays very well with the instant speed nature of the deck. And I played this through a couple of 2-mans yesterday because I didn't want to join the league because I knew that I would have to drop in order to stream today. So it was very sweet. I enjoy this list a lot. Jiggy Wiggy, thank you for the follow. Qué hijo de puta el pack. Mándalo a cagar. Alright, here we go. So, Brandon donated. He said that he played, if I understand correctly, he said that he played this list at GP Tampa, which was last weekend, right? Or the weekend before? I don't remember. Because it wasn't streamed live, so I don't remember when this was. But well, he said that he finished 7-2 or 8-1 after they won, and then the wings kind of fell off, and he ended up 9-6 with the deck. But he thought that he really liked it. What we got going on here is instead of scouts in the 1-drop slot, we're running a couple of Serum Visions, and we're playing Wayward Swordtooth as well as Coalition Relic, and of course the mandatory 4 Azuzas as our way to ramp. These were his changes after observing his losses. So we're going to do like a quick check on the list and see the stuff that we like. Primal Command has been very good for me. I have liked Serum Visions better, so I don't think I would run, if I were to run something like this. I would probably play the 3rd Visions over the 2nd command, mostly because this list is pretty heavy on the 3-drop slot. Like although for a ramp, our ramp doesn't happen before turn 3 basically, unless we are lucky enough to have Amulet plus Bounce Land in order to speed things up. But I feel like because of that, you want to to make the most out of your early turns in terms of setup. And in fact, I think I would even go like up to 4 Visions and Steerings, but I don't want to make changes before we actually play through a league, of course. So that's the idea. Now, what about this? Since fortunately you're in chat, Brandon, why are you playing the Gruul Turf over the 4th Sanctuary? That is the first thing that caught my attention, and I don't think I agree with it. I don't know what your reasoning is. Okay, so that's the list that Brandon played then. Why are you playing the turf over the 4th Sanctuary? Because I would definitely want to have access to the 4th Sanctuary, especially with Tragic Arrogance, Path to Exile, and Dragon Lord Romoka in the sideboard. Seems like a lot of white cards that you want to be casting, so adding red for really no reason doesn't make much sense to me. Whoops. I find that I have plenty of white sources and want more protection to level strike if I have a combo line. That seems... I mean, we can simply disagree. But it's perfectly fine. I don't think we have enough white sources, but yeah, okay, we'll see anyway. Primal Command has been sweet. I honestly have not had the experience of it getting clunky without it. I have been very happy with 4 Sanctuary, no turfs. I've lost games because I to get a real turf. Yeah, I had exactly one time where that happened, and definitely I've had more times where I've had the Gruul Turf not allowed me to cast a Path to Exile. But yeah, maybe that's me. It doesn't matter really. If you're running Sakama, Gruul Turf is even more defensible, I guess. But yeah. Well, yeah, but it's Ariana. It makes a lot of sense, right? Like the splash color changed. Before we needed Gruul Turf to cast a Brave. Now we need white to cast Path to Exile and Tragic Arrogance and Dragon Lord Dromoka. It makes a lot of sense. And also, hi Ariana, thanks for being here. Then let's look at this sideboard. I mean, Hornet Queen doesn't really need explanation at this point anymore. Rex Sage doesn't either. Third Explosives is definitely a good addition. Four Path is perfectly fine. Some amount of counter magic is also pretty sweet. There was a games I couldn't have won some of my games as fast as I did with it. Yeah, sure. Again, it's I put a way higher. How can I say this? I am way more interested in making sure that in the close games in the early game, I am able to consistently cast my sideboard card than I put a premium on being able to win after I have already resolved the Titan. Since after I have already resolved the Titan, I am most likely going to be winning anyway. So that's the way that I think about it. It seems like when you are almost losing and this costs you the game, it's gonna be way trickier, you know. Okay, Tragic Arrogance. This is the new hotness against Were, because it's also very good against other stuff like humans and spirits, stuff like that. So Tragic Arrogance has been very good for me. It has been very good for me. And then we have Excavator, Tracker. These guys have made a return. These guys have made a return very, very strongly because ramming up because of the uptick in BG in black green decks, where ramming up is at its best, and because of the Were matchup where you can like go squatter your opponent out of the game basically. Dragon Lord Dromoka is an interesting inclusion. I want to hear your thoughts on it. So if you want to share, I mean, Tormod Script, it's still Tormod Script. It's great. It's great basically. I think nowadays I would probably be running Relic because I think it's better in the current meta, but Tormod Script is perfectly fine. It still has all the upside with the transmute that we had before. But yeah, Dragon Lord Dromoka is the only iffy one. I want to hear your thoughts and your reasoning for choosing to play it. And we can do so while we join the league. Brandon donation. So let's check that out. Let's reset the record. And Scoutless Amulet. No. All right, Pake. Well, I guess my brother is now following me. Gracias. Yeah. This is a turn 4 Titan. It's kind of sketchy, but it's nice. We like the Serum Visions comeback. Yeah, I have been enjoying Serum Visions a lot. Was a big pain in the ass, and Dromoka can block life gain to ground and they can't queller. Yeah, that's. Although I guess they can still kind of queller with what's his name, with Aether Vial. Field of Ruin Gemstone. Okay. What are we playing against? Uh-oh, is this all in Druid? Are we dead already? I definitely feel like we're dead. We're definitely dead. Not close. Yep. All right, cool. All right. Uh-huh. Nothing like starting your a game and just getting immediately killed on turn 2. I feel like I'm the one playing the fair deck here. Uh, I guess that happened. Yeah, no, Sweatpants, my opponent is playing all-in Druid. It's a different version of the deck. That's why I'm leaving in Bojuki Bog. It's because they have the Phyrexian Mana X card that brings a creature from the graveyard and gives it haste. Post-mortem Lunge. This is not going to be yeah. There we go. This is not going to be kind of like a mid-range collected company deck. They are going to have Eldritch Evolution, probably Chord of Calling, and they are all in on the combo. Sometimes you also see Hall of the Bandit Lord in order to haste the dudes, the Devoted Druid. Yeah, no, this matchup is terrible. It is in the sideboard guide. It is in the sideboard guide, and yeah, matchup is indeed very, very, very atrocious. This is the card. Hall of the Bandit Lord. But yeah, I think that Gemstone Commerce is pretty stock in the all-in Druid versions of the deck. Well, if we make it to 3 mana, we can probably win. Because we have double path. We can probably do better than this. This is better than that, so that's cool. Okay, definitely don't want that. Playing Kavita on 1 just so we have access to Path to Exile for the rest of the game now. Chalice on 0. Sure. I still don't know what I want to steerings into, so I can take it slow. You're going to Chalice on 1 here? They are going to Chalice on 1. Let's ramp then. Oh, I'm so dumb. Right. I guess that is a reason to... I guess that is a reason to do that earlier, huh? Yeah, I forgot. Oh my god. Okay. Taking 3. They have Knight. Okay. This is getting interesting. We can Pact. So I guess I'm getting an Explosives. Do I want to Explosives on 3? I think I'm just gonna leave myself the option. I'm gonna give myself time. Yeah, we definitely lost game 1. Yeah, Chalice is an interesting card coming from my opponent's deck. I wonder if they're going to go the Knight route. I had never seen this build play Knight though. Usually when they play Druids and whatnot, they don't run Knight. So this is very perplexing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have Titan mana. So if we draw a Titan, we basically win. Tech Edge. Yep, that one's better than Ghost Quarter. That one is much better than Ghost Quarter. This one is still locked out. I don't think I want to kill this though. I think I'm going to play this out on 2. And because my opponent has Chalice on 0 and on 1, I'm going to need at least 2 colorless sources before I can Chalice on 0 through this. So, yeah, I don't think I care about the Knight because my opponent doesn't have a basic. They cannot sack this. So, this is just going to be a 4-4. Ballista, sure. Ping my plant. Okay. So Nasusa, that doesn't do anything. Yeah, we can't EE on 0. If we could EE on 0, trust me, we would be EEing on 0. Sure. Nasusa is not blocking, so he might as well attack. Alright, now the Knight can grow. Now I'm sad. I guess Tragic Arrogance would be pretty good here. I wasn't thinking that Tragic Arrogance would be fast enough to be relevant, but seems like it might be. Yeah, all of this time, Asusa, Titan wins the game. So hopefully we get there. We do have a lot of dead draws though, to be fair. We do have a lot of dead draws. They're playing blue too. Okay, my opponent's build is very, very interesting. Excavator. That's pretty brutal. That is pretty brutal. Asusa needs to chump the Knight this turn. I cannot play around Chalice. I wasn't punished because at no point I could have played around Chalice. I guess I could have resolved these steerings maybe. That's the only thing I could have done. I really was not expecting my opponent to be playing Chalice. I didn't even bring in Rex Sage, I don't think. Nope, it's sitting out there. That is lethal. Alright. Yeah, my opponent's build is extremely interesting. Joe Claudiums. That's a funny name. Alright, that was rough. Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, that was some spice. Mad respect for my opponent for putting that staff on the table. That was very interesting. It caught me completely off guard. Like my sideboarding was all wrong. My sideboarding was just terrible. Huh. I guess I keep. On turn 4, I can either I can relic on 3 and then oh my god, we're just gonna keep playing against Trons. I love how I'm like keeping hands because I'm like, yeah, Kavira is gonna buy me quite a bit of time and I'm gonna be able to get paired against Tron. Where both the 0-1 and the life gain are completely irrelevant. Alright, no turn 3 Tron. That's good. That's good. So now we're going to be able to, on turn 3, play Primal Command. We're going to be able to Primal Command on 3, put the Mine on top, and fetch a Titan, and then we can cast a Titan on the following turn. So that's pretty sweet. Yield until end step. Definitely no turn 3 is very good for me. Mismatching Trolllands, come on, OP. Yeah, actually put in well, they fetched for the tower, right? They fetched for the tower with the Sylvan Scrying. So I think I'm gonna put the tower on top. One, two, three, four, five, and I can play Bounce Land. And then next turn I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4. No, okay, it's actually more mana if I play this right here. And we're going to put target non-creature permanent on top of its owner's library. Target player shuffles their graveyard into the library. The issue with tightening next turn is that I'm not going to be able to. I'm not going to be able to transmit for Blue Pact, but in any other case, I wouldn't have been able to transmit for Blue Pact anyway, so it doesn't really change that. And next turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 mana. Next turn, I can go get Titan. And then get Bounce Land plus GQ and play GQ for turn. So I can destroy whatever they get here. They fetch for Ursus Plant, okay. Swing with Plant Token, of course. Play the Power Plant. Not playing out the O-Stone. Huh. Sphere, okay. They do some cycling. Draw, draw, draw. Cantrip, cantrip, cantrip. Are we playing main deck GQ? I assume we're playing main deck GQ. I don't remember. Yeah, we are, sweet. Green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Primeval Titan. Cast Primeval Titan. Yes. And we're going to get... I'm gonna pay for a pack next turn. I want to make sure that I'm able to transmute. Play this small land for turn. I guess it doesn't change the mana availability, so I'm just... They're gonna be able to like use this mana to cycle Relic, but that's fine. Like they could have cycled Relic anyway, and in fact this makes them even more likely to draw the basic. Yeah, I think Primal Command is fine. It's been consistently okay, basically. It was never like, oh my god, Primal Command was like the best thing. I had like a couple of times where that happened, but more often than not, it's just like a very solid card that we are casting. I did have a couple of situations where I'm like, well, that was busted. That was great. Okay, on upkeep I'm paying 1, 2, 3, 4. I have enough mana to transmute for Blue Pact. And then I can set up for a double striking next turn. Or I can swing for 6 now. And try to set up for Hasty Titan on the following turn. Oh, they played a Forest there? Okay. One, two, three, four, five. Okay. Swing. Yes. Boros Garrison. Slayer Stronghold. Balance the Stronghold because I don't want to expose it. And my options here would be to transmute for Blue Pact right here, which I think it's what I'm going to do. Or I can double Steerings, try to find an Amulet. I feel like transmuting for Blue Pact is... No, it's not going to be better actually, because I don't care about any card that my opponent can cast next turn. They cannot Karn me. So I think it's actually going to be better for me to do this. What do we get here? Engineered Explosives? Sure. And here another one. Amulet. That's what I was looking for. Alright, sweet. Alright, this coming turn I'm going to be transmuting for Blue Pact. Because also my opponent will be... They will be forced to... Like, they cannot afford for me to deal them damage with this Titan. Like, I guess they can, like, destroy EOT. Oh, they are going to destroy right now. Okay, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Play Amulet. Pact for Primeval Titan. Primeval Titan. Yes. Tolaria. Simic. Transmute, set up another Titan, and pass a turn. I think I have enough to 16 them next turn. Oh, thanks, Inquisitor Jesus. Thank you for the reminder. Let's fix that real quick. This is the list, so this is gonna be all right. It should be fixed now. Yep. So my opponent has, they can do whatever they want here, but whatever they do is irrelevant. So we have one pack to pay for. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I play land and I can get Worm Coil. I don't care about Worm Coil at all, so I just let it resolve. I only cared about Karn and Nugian. Got a cycle there. Alright, so we pay for 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. Yeah, so we have more than enough. And we can 16. I don't think we can double strike both Titans. I don't think we can double strike both, unfortunately. Unfortunately, this is worse than a prime time though. So okay, let's think though. Yeah, Enduring Ideal Saber was very bad. Double striking the blocked one is, yeah, I know. I think so, right? Yeah, it's 14. Yeah, because even if they block this one, they still take 14. So we should be very fine here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Play prime time. Yes. Haste the new one. Bounce this. Bounce this. Whatever. Go to combat. Attack. Yes. Sun home. Sanctuary. Yeah. It doesn't matter. I don't even know why I'm doing this. I just need to wait until they go to blocks, and then I double strike Titan. Just getting lands at random. Yeah, look at Gruul Turf being irrelevant right here. This is great. Double strike that one. The one that you blocked. Take 14. Alright. Tron negates. Yes. Excavator. Yes. Explosives. Out. Bog. Out. I might want Rex Sage. I think Rex Sage might be okay. It's mostly there to destroy Oblivion Stone when my opponent like plays it preemptively, just like they did that game. You can sometimes destroy it when they do that, and it's pretty sweet. But it might be a little bit too slow on the draw. Still a little bit of yogurt in here. Hell yeah, value. All right. This hand really needs a bounce land, but I think it's a keep. We get access to counter. Now this is way more a keep. Coalition Relic is so good. Coalition Relic is so freaking good. Turn 3 Karn. We're ready. We are ready. Get out of here. Alright, that's pretty sweet. I think we're going to do this. Asusa, Bounce Land, Replay. I mean, if they have the Ulamog here, we just die, right? But alright, next game. Okay, let's run it back. When your opponent turn 3 cards you into turn 4 Ulamog, there's not much to be done really. This one is very interesting. I think I might keep this one. Maybe I'm wrong and it's a little bit too slow. Oh, that's what I should have done. Yeah, I should have transmuted on turn 2. I should have played the Amulet off of the gemstone. No second land. Alright. What do we do here? I think I play out the Simic Growth and pass. Or I can transmute here. But if my opponent has a Steerings, I definitely want to counter it. I still can't Titan next turn. So yeah, I'm going to hold up interaction here. Yep. GQ. All right. Happy I didn't play out the Tularia because that was my Titan. Yeah, that my opponent. I don't think my opponent can like. Oops, 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 oops. Wait a second. Wait a second. Okay. There we go. We're gonna do this. Play this. You gonna let me do my thing? Or are you gonna GQ and like destroy your own land? No, that I think that is in that specific scenario. My opponent missed the land drop, and they are like they play the star, hoping to Steerings on the following turn. I think we are 100% countering the Steerings there, and I don't think it's particularly close. Okay, setting up Titan. Let's go. Damn, Cameron, thank you very much for that, for the $10 donation. Really, really appreciate it. Cameron is who donated for the Endurance Ideal League that we played earlier, which did not go particularly well. But I very, very much appreciate it, Cameron. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much. Yeah, he can't. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was trying to, you know, suggest for him to do, basically. But yeah, but they cannot afford to use this Ghost Quarter because that's how they crack Expedition map. On the other hand, if they don't hold up Ghost Quarter in this turn, then they might die. So that's that's why you see my opponent hesitating a little bit here. They're tapping out of GQ. If they tap out of GQ, then I like my spot a lot. If we draw another Amulet, then we can go bananas. Actually, we can. Let's say I packed for Excavator, play TOS from the graveyard, have 1, 2, 3. Oh, we're 1 mana short of double pacting. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Yeah, I guess so. Hey, said Magic. Thank you very much for the host. Was it a raid? No, the host. I appreciate it. Everyone, thanks for joining from Z Magic's stream. We're playing some Amulet here. We're about to destroy my Tron opponent's hopes and dreams. One, boom, boom, boom. We can only swing for 17 here, right? Only swing for 17, so I think the better play it's going to be to... my opponent can't Tron. Yeah, my opponent's just so dead. It doesn't really matter what we do here. Oh, wait a second. Can I 20 them? No, I can't 20 them. I already made my first land drop, so we cannot... Yeah, they just concede. Okay, never mind. Alright, sweet. I know you're a match of a Sword to Fan, but with the Serum Visions list that have cut Ballista, I want another large H threat that can win the game on its own. Do you think Sword Crew as a label and threat fits in the Sakama slot, as that card is not playable in my eyes? I don't think so. I think Scout is just better, honestly. Let's play the next one. Yeah, I was going to do 9 and GQ their GQ and then GQ them again, because I think I could have transmuted for Excavator there. Turn 1 Amulet into turn 2 stuff. Is this the only deck that doesn't need any reprints from Horizons? What do you mean, Shadow ZZ? Don't forget to take his launch money. I think I'm gonna keep this. We have a Titan here in the form of Tolaria West. Inquisitor? I don't think the sub went through. Yeah, the problem with Exploration is that I think Exploration would warrant a ban. Like, if we have access to Exploration, then Amulet becomes broken. You have a hat? But yeah, well, awesome. I'm sad that it didn't look like the subscription went through. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, I can't do it, right? Can I pack for Azusa? No, I cannot. If I pack for Azusa, then I'm gonna be out of bounce lands, which is kind of sketchy. I think I'm going to pact for Azusa though. Unless my opponent is playing main deck. Yeah, I'm going to pact for Azusa here. It's kind of shitty because it forces me to not hold up a bounce land anymore, basically. And also I should have played the Crossroads there. That was a mistake. So now we're going to be transmuting next turn and then casting Primetime on the following turn. So basically I sped up my clock by 1 turn, which is cool. Expiration is only 1 extra land drop though. I think it's too slow. No. It's 1 extra land drop every turn. And one thing that gets a little bit confusing as opposed to with Scout is that Exploration would be hasty. Like you can play Exploration and play a second land. So no, Exploration would be broken. If Exploration gets reprinted in Horizons, then Amulet becomes the best deck in the format, and I don't think it's particularly close. What was the dinosaur you saw? It's Wayward Swartooth, this guy. Not a big fan of the card, but we're playing a donation list donated by Brandon, who's right now in chat, so they wanted to see Swartooth being played. Just give them Fast Bond. Yeah, Fast Bond sounds fair. Wacky B. Oh, are you gonna kill my Ballista? Oh, that would be so nice if you killed my Ballista. My Yasusa. How could I ever win if you kill my Yasusa? How could I ever win? Yeah. Basically, it's just worse Asusa. That's the correct way of looking at it. Okay, so we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna transmute for Titan. And I think I'm going to bounce the Simic Growth. Whoops. And the reason why I'm bouncing the Simic Growth here is because I still want my opponent to think that the Sasusa is relevant, basically. So maybe they will like spend their turn to kill it or something. I don't even know. But I'm definitely not blocking. So I force them to use the Ballista counters. Don't have... I guess Ravager is not that good right here. I mean, it's good. Ravager is always good, but it's not insane. I can definitely beat it. What about Crop Rot? Crop Rot would be more okay. Crop Rot would be insane against combo, though. Yeah, but I don't even think that we would play like the full 4 crop rotations. I mean, I think that it would pose a lot of deck building questions, basically. It would be kind of nice to like crop rot your land that your opponent is about to Field of Ruin, crop rotation it away and get a bounce land instead. That would be so hot. Or like turn 1, you play a basic forest, your Dredge opponent goes off, and you crop rot for Bojuku Bog in response. That would be real nice. Yeah, Tron might be a little bit too good. Tron might be a little bit too good. Okay, I guess my opponent has another Opal. I'm gonna play the second Ravager here. Yeah, second Ravager. This is actually kind of annoying, honestly, because now this Ballista can it trade with a Titan? Not if it kills Asusa. If my opponent kills Asusa, then they cannot trade with Titan. This is not lethal, by the way, I don't think. Right? Oh, I didn't do the math. I don't think this is lethal. That was a mistake though. I should have done the math. They can sack, like, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. I should have counted because my opponent was one off of lethal and I didn't think about it. It's packed first. Land drop 1. Um, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Land drop 2. Yeah, explosives is not insane right now. I'm more interested in casting Titan here. Yes, and I'm gonna get Toleria plus Stronghold. Haste Prime Time. Now we serve. My opponent can sack a bunch of. They can sack a bunch of things to. Basically, for the ballista to kill the prime time, which seems like my opponent is going for that route. But if they go for that, that's great for me, though. Yeah, this is very good for me. They're also doing this main phase for no reason. Okay. Okay. One more. And one more. So I can transmute for another Titan. Transmute for Titan. Here I pay packed 1, 2, 3, 4 packed. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exactly enough mana to Titan next turn. Even if my Azusa dies, yeah, I like this. I like this. That was 100% a punt on my opponent's side, by the way. I punted by not doing the math, then my opponent returns the favor by making that play, which didn't make much sense. And here I just think like I'm in a very good spot. I just don't block my opponent's attack. I don't even need... I have Ghost Quarter up in case my opponent goes nuts on Ink Moth, but I don't even need to do it. And barring exactly Hardened scales, I think that I win. Maybe if my opponent draws Hardened scales, they can put me in a tough spot. Because they can... No, they can only get like 2 counters. So that's 4, 5, 6 counters. And when they pass them here, it's +1 as well. So 8 counters. So the ballista would be an 8/8. Yeah, but then it would stop my prime time though. So I guess. Oh no, never mind. That doesn't do anything. Never mind. Yeah, no blocks. Yeah, we got it. We got it. Pay for pact. Draw something. We don't really need to draw anything anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And my opponent can only... How big can they make the ballista? They can make the Ravager 3. 4, 5, 6. So my opponent can trade their entire board, including both of their lands, for my prime time, if they want to. That seems like a reasonable trade for me. I would be okay with that trade. So we're going to do this just so I can give myself, I can also, this is even better. I can leave the Stronghold untapped so I can get green here, green, boom, 6. Now I can get Boros plus Tolaria, so I can set up yet another Tolaria West. Yeah, this is so good for us. Kodri, thank you for the follow. I'm starting to believe that this one might be in the books. Haste Titan. We have a ton of mana next turn. Yeah, my opponent can't. They can't even afford to do anything to stop this. This is my last Tolaria West though, so that's important to note. Maybe I should have played... Yeah, that was a mistake. I should have played this land as my second land drop, bouncing the other one, because that would have allowed me to force... Og Diamond 69, thank you for the follow. That would have allowed me to present double strike without forcing me to activate. Yeah, okay, so what if I get double bounce here? If I get double bounce, I can bounce Kavita Crossroads, sure, and that would be bounce, bounce. I can transmute and cast another Titan, which would be pretty sweet, I think. So let's do that. We're gonna get double bounce. Actually, I'm more interested in not randomly dying to... Oh no, never mind. I can... The second Titan can get Vesuva, copy, and Ghost Quarter, so we should still be fine. We should be good. Bounce that one and bounce this one, I guess. Where do you see Amulet after the possible mulligan roll? I think it's gonna be just like now. It's just gonna be a fine deck that you can play. Not killing Asusa? Okay. Do this again. Float some mana. Transmute. Fourth Summoner's Pact. Primeval Titan. Cast Primeval Titan. And now we get Vesuva and Kalni Guard. Sure. Vesuva, copy GQ. Yeah, Steerings. The other green card in the deck would have been maybe troublesome. I think if my opponent had drawn Hardened Scales, I would have Ghost Quartered the Ink Moth in response to the Hardened Scales. Yeah, the only thing that worries me a little bit about the London Mulligan and why I don't think that it's going to be like a straight up upgrade for Amulet is that our opponents will find their Blood Moon. Basically, we're going to be facing Turn 3 Blood Moon every single sideboarded game ever. We are going to be playing against turn 3 Blood Moon every single time. So that part I'm not looking forward so much to. Pay for both pacts. Ink Moth, activate. If I GQ this in response... Sure. Alright, so play this once, bounce, play this again, haste here, Placipaso, bounce, replay this again, same thing to the other one, Placipaso, go to combat. Swing for very much lethal. Sun Home plus Gemstone. No need to do anything. No need for activations or anything yet. And Sanctuary Celestia. Yeah, sure, whatever. Bounce this and bounce this. All right. No effects. Okay. I don't think my opponent can do anything about this. They're just treading water, but it's just not gonna be relevant. Like I just simply let them trade. Yeah, that's it. Kill them next turn. Zero cards in hand, three life left. All right. Because if we send home the Unblocked Titan, my opponent kills it in response with the Ballista. So it doesn't really make sense to do that. I mean, honestly, it doesn't really change anything. But that's why I didn't do it. I don't think I want Dragonlord Dromoka. Definitely don't want Bog. Shave on one pact. It's interesting how to sideboard here. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and we'll be right back. Hang in there. They gotta reprint Pernicious Deed in Horizons. That would be sexy. If Pernicious Deed got reprinted, I would probably start playing BG. I loved Pernicious Deed back in the day. It was one of my favorite cards. Primal Command seems like a little bit too slow, to be honest. No, I don't think I want negates. I have explosives to get rid of it. Rex Sage. This hand looks fine. A very interactive hand. Which is something I want to see. Hangerback Walker. I guess I should have probably pathed a Hangerback in response to this, right? It gave my opponent like a little boost in tempo. Thanks to the Mox Opal. I could Explosives on Zero and crack it. I think these explosives can do way more damage down the road though. Take one. Play Llanowar Reborn. Another Hangerback. Okay. So I think I'm going to path here. And then I'm going to Rex Sage the Hangerback. And then I can clean up the tokens with explosives. That's very scary. Yep. Is this lethal? Yeah, this is just lethal here, right? 16? Yeah. Yep, that Hardened Scales off the top was pretty good for them. So I guess I have to play EE on 0 and crack it. If I play explosives on 2, they just put all the counters here and they kill me. So I need to destroy the ballista. And they are, in response, they're probably gonna ping the Sage and deal the rest to me, but they have 0 cards in hand, and if they whiff, I only go down to 1, if I'm not mistaken. Because now they're gonna sack here. Yeah, oh, 2, I guess. Okay. I died to any artifact, basically. Okay, they have any artifact. I guess I could have... No, if I had waywarded... waywarded? If I had played the wayward, I would have died anyway, right? because my opponent would have had one more dude, so they could have actually swung for lethal. So playing Sword Tooth doesn't change anything. Okay. Keep this. We get pretty wrecked by Damping Sphere. Finding an Amulet would have been nice there. This one's hard. I guess I'm gonna get the Relic. Forest was also a very good option. Ensnaring Bridge? That's not a card that should be in your deck, OP. Definitely not a card that should be in your deck. This makes things much better for me, by the way. Here's the damn sphere. No, Overseer. Is that lethal? I think it is lethal. Whee! Bounce here. Boom, boom. Amulet is great. Primeval Titan. Cast Primeval Titan. Ordos Garrison. Slayer's Stronghold. Boom, 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 boom. +2/+1 haste. +2/+1 haste. Bounce this. Play this as my line for turn. This is actually important because my opponent will probably attempt to. It's actually not important because I'm gonna have one extra mana. Sunhome and Vesuva. Okay, so boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Yeah, I just passed it. I passed their thing. So they die. Sweet. Alright. Beating Hardened Scales is always a good time. Because that matchup is very bad for us. I need those no bad matchup emotes, man. I gotta get those. No, I know why it's there, Ogthai man. I know why the card is there. The card is great. I don't know why the card is in my opponent's deck. That's the part that caught me off guard. This hand is pretty good. Because I don't think it's a good card against Amulet. I mean, we're playing 2 or 3 engineered explosives, right? Are any of these cards relevant? I guess I can get the T-West. Because turn 2 I'm gonna play and bounce the Gemstone. Turn 3 I'm gonna play Azusa and play T-West plus Turf and bounce the Gemstone. Never mind. Everything's great. Not playing around game 1 Spellpierce. Oh man. Probably playing against Phoenix here. Storm is also an option, but whenever I see Spiral of Canal, like, it's probably Phoenix. Mostly because Storm seems kind of like strictly worse Phoenix, so seems not very smart to be playing that deck. Tormod's Crypt main deck. Holy crap. All right. Okay, so sequencing here. How are we gonna sequence things? We can play Simic Growth, bounce Gemstone, play Azusa, replay Gemstone, then bounce the other thing. So we can either transmute or we can cast Coalition Relic this turn. I think I'm more interested in casting Coalition Relic. So it doesn't matter the order in which we do it then. The only important thing is for us to play the bounce land preemptively. Being careful not to give my opponent priority. Passing the turn. Guess they couldn't afford their surgicals. That's hilarious. Yeah, but even if my opponent, if they know that they're playing against Amulet, then unless they might be playing some War Person deck though. That's also something to take into account. Like the older versions of War Prison played red. I don't remember why they played red. Oh, Electrodominance is also an option. Yeah, you're right. Electrodominance is also a viable option. Hopefully it is the version with Living End and not the version with Restore Balance, because Restore Balance is a beating. At least they're gonna discard a lot of cards. As Foretold. Alright, there we go. Ancestral. Yeah, that one's not gonna cut it. Okay, so it is as Foretold. I guess that happened. Let's add some blue manas. I guess it doesn't really matter what color of manas we're making. What matters is that my opponent is very, very dead. So that's enough mana to Titan. Here's enough mana to transmute for Blue Pact just in case. I'm just being extremely cautious right here. Mostly because I can afford to. Mostly because I can afford to be so cautious. Yes. The good thing for my opponent is that they managed to keep their information. Because I don't know what version of Living End they're playing. I don't know if they're playing Living End or As Foretold. More Titans. Boros Garrison, Slayer's Stronghold. 36, yeah. All right. Good night, Primeval Titan. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna bounce this and transmute for another pact just because I can. And Azusa is serving. Of course, Azusa is serving. Of course, Azusa is serving. Suva, copy here. What is DZ? I have no idea what DZ is. Okay, we're gonna bounce Vesuva and Gemstone Mine. This just doesn't matter. I don't know why my opponent is making me go through this. double strike here. And I'm going to double strike Azusa for value. Alright, sweet. So do the living end versions. I know that the living end versions play Tormod script so that when they living end they can exile their opponent's graveyard or whatnot. But how about the Restore Balance versions? Do the Restore Balance also play Restore Balance? Yeah. Do the Restore Balance versions also play that card? And yes, Sigarda would be awesome here. I agree with that. Why Crypto referring Makov? I don't know. I really don't know. I imagine that Excavator, like my opponent is playing in Mana Denial strategy, maybe? Is this too crazy? Maybe it is kind of crazy. I don't like GQ. Primal Command seems fine. That doesn't seem incredible or anything. Explosives seems like I definitely want one. Maybe I don't want the second one. Swordtooth is kind of shitty. Coalition Relic, I'm going to keep them in because my opponent might be playing Blood Moons. I don't know what their list looks like. Also, Coalition Relic survives Restore Balance, and that's also sweet. They both play Tormod's mainboard. Okay, cool. Why Ateska? Why do you say that Serum Visions indicates the Restore Balance version? Does the other version not play cantrips? Also one Echoing Truth, by the way. Interesting. Maybe I feel like I do want Excavator. Oh, that's right. The Living End version plays the Cyclers. You're right. That's good to know. Good to be aware of. All right, so we're gonna be playing around. We're going to assume that my opponent is on the Restore Balance version. Solid opener. Solid opener for the home team. Next turn we get to Coalition Relic and Serum Visions. And if we find Azusa, we get to win. Blood Moon. Alright. It's definitely a way to get around that. Wow. Okay. So if I packed for Sage, destroy the moon, green 2/3, I can. Yeah, I feel like I want this. 1, 2, 3, and I can steal Titan. Yeah, the problem is that I enable their plan. Like I enable their cryptics. If I do that, I'm just gonna pass. This might be a little bit greedy, actually. This might be just a little bit greedy, but I don't want to die to Remand. And by putting a counter on the relic, I play around Remand. Because I can cast the Sage twice. This FNM led my Titan to a friend as much as Imasi. Nice. If they have a raid or something, I get wrecked pretty hard here. Okay. Pact. Reclamation Sage. Cast Sage. Destroy Blood Moon. Ha. I think I'm not gonna pact again. I'm going to let this go. They're gonna echo in truth their own moon. Well, now I kind of have to go for it, right? And I'm gonna play around Remand by pacting right now. Yeah, I'm going for it here. Okay. Make primetime mana. Yes. Make uncounterable primeval titan. I'm 1 mana short of transmuting. 1 mana short of transmuting for blue pact. I can get I think I'm going for it, right? Because my opponent's Blood Moon is going to kill me next turn otherwise, because I have 2 packs to pay. So I think I'm gonna win. Unless my opponent has another Echoing Truth, which could be. I played a Cavern Giant like at the beginning of the game, so Remand is not a concern. That's why I pacted. I was playing around this spell because my opponent didn't have any blue sources open. They used their only blue source already. While the moon was still in play, I pacted before the moon got lifted, so my opponent couldn't play around my stuff. I think my sequencing was correct. And now I'm just going to go for it, and if my opponent has a way to answer my Titan, they have a way to answer my Titan. There's not much that I can do about that. I still think that the way that I played it was the correct way to play it. We lose to another Remand. We lose to an instant speed restore balance. Those are the only ways that I see myself losing. Red here. Bounce, crossroads, sure. Unless my opponent is slow rolling me extremely hard, this should be game. Yeah, we lose to a second bounce spell, basically. Here we get Sun Home plus What? Tolaria West? Colony Garden? It doesn't really matter. Alright, you got it. Sam F6 in. If my opponent has it, this is just BM. Electro Dominance. Yeah, this is just... That's such a douche move. That is such a douche move. My opponent had it and they just had me waiting for no reason. I can't pay for 2 packs here, right? What an asshole. They could have done it. They would have done that at any point. Opponent can't cast spell in your turn. I still don't think I like Dromoka. Just gonna leave this here. No, but I mean they could have done that at any point before. Because I was dead to the Blood Moon that they were going to play next turn, so I don't think this hand can beat my opponent's deck. This one is better. I kind of want to see a blue source. Sigarda does stop balance, yeah. It stops balance and it stops Living End. Do I want Swartooth? I don't. I think I'm more interested in a blue source, than I am interested on Swartooth. Blue source would be very nice. Hope I don't get turned to Blood Moon again. Oh, that was a mistake. Oh, that was such a bad mistake. I guess it doesn't really matter. No, it does matter. Man, I really wish I had found the blue source. Remand, sure. That doesn't really change anything. Cecil coming off in 2 turns. Blood Moon? Yep. Alright. This is very annoying. Any blue source wins this game. The most annoying part was last game, though. That's... Ugh. There you are. Time to cyborg Lavinia. I don't think I can come back from this. Blood Moon does it again. Yeah, I'm just going to time out. I'm just going to not do anything and just like time out, so they have to wait for like 10 minutes before they finally win the game. All right, we can go see it here. Yikes. To be fair, I do think that that matchup is very bad, but my opponent's low rolling me like that in game 2. It's just... that just sucks, man. That's... don't do that. If you have it, just... if you have it, just show me. Like, I clearly went all in when I packed it again. Like, if you have it, just do it. And if I have the counter spell, I counter it. And if... anyway, we're gonna keep this because Serum Visions is a great card. Basic Forest. Okay, we don't need any of this. What, to slow roll people? I personally think that's just a very shitty move. Yeah, I don't think it's fun to do that kind of stuff. It creates feel bads for, you know, for the opponent. It's not pretty. Yeah, we lost to Blood Moon in all possible ways. Alright. Opponent is doing dredge things. Doing dredge things and dredge things and dredge things. Ugh. They found the amalgam right there. Gross. If this had been a scout, we would have won this game and it wouldn't have been close. Because we could have played scout on 1, then we could have played 2 lands on 2 and play Coalition Relic, and we would have been able to Primal Command on turn 3. This dino is not good. I don't like this dino at all. I just very much dislike this card. Oh well, I think my opponent did dredge things this game, and we are not going to be able to survive. In fact, we're dead right here if my opponent has a land. But we can only gain 7 life with Primal Command, and we're not going to be able to stabilize. Gain 7, shuffle. That's gonna cost me a gemstone mine. Yeah, we're dead. All right. Man, I'm still tilted. That one really hurt. I'm still tilted about that freaking slow roll. All right. Against Dredge. This configuration doesn't have a lot of sideboarding to be done against Dredge. Maybe I can bring in Wreck Sage. I feel like I want Negate though. I might bring in Dragon Lord. I don't think this is good enough. Titan is just so much better. Yeah, let's do this. I mean, they just need to print a good dino. If they print a good dino, I would definitely play it. But they just keep printing this middle of the road dinos, and I'm not gonna play bad cards in my deck just because. Can we keep these against Dredge? We have Amulet, we have Relic, but if my opponent has just a single Agent Grudge, we die. I think I'm gonna mulligan. I think we want an untapped green before we want another bounce land. We might lose this one. Like, this is a very slow draw. My opponent has a looting draw. Sting with Conflag. Yikes. Well, at least that one lets this one lets me play Relic on 3. Okay, my opponent dredges Imp. If they have Reunion here, I think we're going to die. Yep, they have the Reunion. I think that because I am a little bit behind, I think the correct play here is I'm looking exactly for Bojuki Bog or Tormod Script. Because those are the two cards that I'm looking for, I think I need to Serum Visions first, bottom everything that is not Bojuki Bog or Tormod Script. Bottom that, and now we Steerings. And we still whiffed. Holy crap. We still whiffed real hard. Okay, play out the gemstone so I can transmute for it next turn if I need to. But next turn might be just too late. Next turn might just be too late. What now? Loam? Did they dredge for this loam? They did not dredge. Okay. So they have Loam Imp, and then they have Foothills. What is this? Mountain and Stomping Ground. Looting, Loam. And they dredge Loam and Imp, and then discard double Imp. Alright. We transmute for Bog here, right? Bojuki Bog. Bog you. We were extremely lucky. We were so freaking lucky there. It's hilarious how lucky we got there. Okay. There's a shot. We got a shot. So we simply Susa. Semi-growth, bounce, replay. They just concede. Alright. We got extremely lucky that in half their deck they did not find a single Narcomoeba. Any Narcomoeba would have probably been game. They would have gotten 2 price amalgams. Would have been too much. Okay. I don't think I want anything else. Let's run it back. Do we just play Explore again? No, we are not playing Explore. This hand is not good enough. Just give me a Natty Bog, please. I think I'm gonna keep this one. I'm not happy about it, but it's faster than the other hand at least. Where's my Natty Bog? Give me that Natty Bog. Dredge Imp. There goes the first chill. Just don't have the reunion. Why do they always have the reunion on 2? So annoying. Imp times 3. Okay, no amalgams. That's something. Natty Bog. Is it too late for this one? Probably is. It actually probably it's not. We have a Susa. So I guess we can top this and top this. And then we're gonna play Crossroads here. Next turn we're gonna draw the Tormod script. Deadly Donut 7, thank you for the follow. Now we're going to draw the Tormod script. Then we're going to cast the crypt, probably crack it, and we can Asusa, and we can gain a couple more life off the Kabira Crossroads. What is this? 2 Bloodghasts. I can maybe beat this. They can't deal me 6. And their hand is 3 imps plus something. Okay. So 3 imps plus... They also didn't attack with Meebas. Meyer times 2 and Mountain. Alright. So this one I do like our spot. Except that we have no untapped sources. That's kind of gross. How did you end up with no untapped sources? I guess we can gain 2 more. So on their draw step, after they draw, this is definitely a mistake, by the way. After they choose, yeah. Now that they chose, now I'm going to crypt them. They should have waited until, you know, they just gave me extra fodder for that Tormod script for no reason. I have no idea why my opponent used Shriekhorn there. No idea. It's one of their Myers. I don't think I block here. No, I mean, yes, Primeval Titan, yes, but my opponent had Conflagrate in place, and they can kill my Asusa, and they can discard their cards in hand. Like, right now they are forced to basically play alone for almost no value. Alright, so here we're gonna draw Titan. My options are... I don't have Titan mana, so I think what I'm going to do is, again, to prevent my opponent from going crazy over there, I think I'm going to transmute for Bog, Vesuva, copy Simic, bounce Tolaria, transmute for Bojuku Bog, and play Bog. And I think this time around I am actually going to be blocking that stupid blockcast. And next turn we're going to... I just want to make sure I don't randomly die to something stupid. Ah, they have the reunion. That's insane. That is insane. They literally top deck the reunion. They literally top deck the reunion. That's ridiculous. Whoa. Oh, they have Conflag. That's lethal. Sure. They literally top deck the reunion into lethal. Damn. That's crazy. That's crazy. Alright. Dredge doing Dredge things. Alright. Thoughts about the list. First of all, this card, I don't like this card. I don't think this is a good card. I don't think this is very good. Yeah, Amulet is favored against Dredge, but I mean, you saw that. Like, my opponent literally ripped the Cathartic Reunion the turn they needed to rip it, because the following turn I was going to like resolve a Titan. I mean, that's why Dredge is so good, right? Because it can beat hate. Otherwise, it would not be very good. Swordtooth was terrible. Swordtooth was consistently terrible throughout the whole league. You saw that every time I had it in hand, it was worse than a Scout would have been, because we could have played the Scout earlier in turns where we didn't use our mana in the early turns. So if you want to have a card for Phoenix and Spirits, Hornet Queen is better. So you already have a Hornet Queen for that matchup. And if you want a card that really hosts that, you can play something like Raking Canopy. That's what I've been talking about with Will. Will wanted to like have a card that was very, very much targeted towards those two decks, and he was thinking about Raking Canopy, which I think it's a fair consideration. The only thing that this card has is that it's kind of annoying that you need to naturally draw it, but like, how often are you gonna be packed in for Dragon Lord Dromoka, right? Also, Dragon Lord Dromoka is coming out of Spirits. Spirits is playing not only Reflector Mage now, but they're also playing the Tension Sphere guy, Deputy and Attention. They're playing this guy, so it's not particularly good. So yeah, Primal Command was a little bit clunky this league. I don't think I want two. Two seems like too many. Two things like too many. I think one is fine, but I don't know. It seemed we mulligan hands with multiple Primal Commands where it didn't do anything. We had situations where we could have cast it and we simply were not able to. I'm not sold on the second Primal Command. The first one is fine. Arashi, Sweatpants, Arashi gets completely destroyed by Selfless Spirit. It basically does nothing if your opponent has a Selfless Spirit. it beats Stroke. Well, Arashi beats Stroke, right? Arashi is this guy. And you can channel it and deal X damage to each creature with flying. Which is not cheap, by the way. That's like a 5 mana instant speed uncounterable sweeper, I guess. Because you want to at least have X equals 3. At least. Probably you want more. If they have lords and stuff. 5-6 mana seems very, very expensive. And Arashi doesn't do anything against Phoenix, right? You're not going to be bringing in Arashi against Phoenix. Whereas Raking Canopy, you are going to be bringing it in. For sure, Sack the Reaper. Donation lists work like so. So any donation that covers the entry fee of a league, any league right here. If you want me to do a comp league, any donation of $12 or more. If you want me to do a friendly league, donation of $8. But yeah, so those are my thoughts. I have been quite vocal about my about my hatred towards this card, so I don't think that it comes as a surprise. But yeah, I mean, today we confirmed it even further. This is I don't think this is particularly good. I mean, it's okay. It's just I feel like it's worse than Scout, basically. For sure, Sack the Reaper. Whenever you do, after you send the donation, you can just send me a message, whatever you want, here on Twitch, in the Discord, whatever's the most comfortable for you, and you can just send me a link to the list that you want me to play. So yeah, as I was saying, Brandon, what I would do is I would maybe trim one of these commands. 2 seem like a little bit too many. If you wanna insist on the Sword Tooth, that's fine, but I would play like a 3rd Visions over the Primal Command. Yeah. Also, as I said in the beginning, I don't like Celestial Sanctuary. And if you're playing 3 Serum Visions, you probably want to try to, fit another Botanical Sanctum. Maybe in lieu of this Ghost Quarter. We can do something like this, which will help with the mana quite a bit. And then second explosives is a consideration. Bossum, thank you for that Twitch Prime subscription. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold. Enjoy your emotes. And yeah, I would take out Dromoka here. I don't think Dromoka is particularly good. I think I would rather have access to Cavern of Souls than Dromoka. It's a card that it takes a land slot, so whenever you're sideboarding, you can like take out some of the bad lands in whichever matchup and bring in Cavern. And Bossum, send me a PM and I will send you the updated sideboard guide. This one is the one that you get right over there is outdated. So send me a PM. You can just send me a whisper now on Twitch because I'm almost done with the stream. This is just the closing thoughts. So I will send you the updated one. But yeah, so this would look something a little bit better, Brandon. This is what I would recommend. And you can even I guess you can take out Tormod Script if you wanted to, or the 3rd explosives if you wanted access to some other card. But this seemed fine. But yeah, if anybody has any questions, of course, feel free to ask them. But yeah, this is going to be it for me today. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I will be back tomorrow, trying again with some Serum Visions lists. Whoops. This is what I've been cooking with. We'll see how this works out. I'm kind of excited about this about going back to Serum Visions. I kind of really like it. It will, yeah, I will be back tomorrow, hopefully at 11. Today we started a little bit earlier because I wanted to make sure that Brandon was here in chat, you know, so we can talk through plays and stuff like that, of course. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. If you haven't hit that follow button, make sure you do so. It's free. Yeah, something like this is what we're gonna be playing tomorrow. And yeah, if you want to get notified whenever I go live, you can hit that follow button. It's free, and you know, it's pretty cool. You can follow and get notifications. If you want to help support the stream, just like we had so many people today, which I appreciate, you can subscribe. You get access to these sweet emotes, and you can send me a PM, and I will give you access to the updated sideboard guide as well. If you want to follow me on social media, Twitter is the place to find me. At fpaulosmtg. You can ask me any questions and whatnot. If you want to check out previous streams, you can go to my YouTube channel. That is the link right there. I upload all of my streams and I timestamp them, so you can go straight to whichever matchup you want to see. If you want to join the Amulet Discord, that's an important one. Make sure that you use that link and you join the conversation. We're always talking about all things Amulet, and it's always a good time. A lot of cool people hanging out there. And finally, just like today, we do donation leagues here on this stream. So if you want to, you know, your own list to be played live, be it Amulet or be it any junk. Then any donation that covers the entry fee of a league, with any donation like that, you can just send me a link to the list that you want me to play, and we will play it live on stream. Okay, let's see who is streaming Modern. Well, Twitch is recommending me my own stream. That's funny. Okay, sweet. Susurrus is streaming. Susurrus is great. How do I find my blue-black control Fae matchup to be on Amulet? Very good. Very good. You only lose when they can get ahead of you, and like really ahead. And that's not usually something that they do often. Granted, the last 2 or 3 times that I played against Fairy, I beat them all 3 times, but I was playing 2 caverns. So that definitely helps a lot. But yeah, let's go to Susurrus's stream. Let's do it. See you all over there. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.